I'm going to show you how you can make your own customized fabric. This can be a really cute project if you're looking for a specific pattern or if you want to personalize your fabric. Using my iPad, I'm going to open up Sketches Pro and import a photo of one of my pups. I'm going to change the opacity to make the photo a little bit lighter and then just create a new layer to outline his face. I'm just going to play around and create new layers with different outlines of his face until I have a few options to pick from. I did the same thing with my middle child pup and my youngest pup as well. This was really cute, and you could also try this with various photos so you can get different sides and facial expressions. Once I had drawings of everything I wanted, I emailed the drawings to myself. Then I used my email to save the photo to my laptop so that I could use my Cricut. I started a new project and imported all of my drawings. I did each drawing separately so that I would have more freedom to move the drawings around within the Cricut system. When you're doing this part, make sure to preview the cut image and zoom in so that you can make sure you got all of your negative spaces. Next, I added all my images to my project and resized them. I decided that I wanted my pup's faces to be about 2 inches, and then once I had everything sized the way that I wanted, I made a few copies so that I had 3 of each image. Then I basically squeezed as much as I could without going over the 12-inch line. I do this pretty aggressively so that I can save as much vinyl as possible. I'll zoom in and move things around and rotate the images just so that I can save as much space as I possibly can. Once I have everything arranged and squished together like sardines, I'll start my cut. Make sure that nothing is overlapping or else your Cricut machine will cut over those overlapped lines as well. And I'm going to be doing 2 different cuts since the crowns are going to be gold and everything else is going to be black. I deleted the crowns for now and attached all of my images together and then cut my black iron-on vinyl first. You need to make sure that all of the images are attached or else Cricut will rearrange them for you, which basically defeats my purpose of trying to save vinyl. Then I cut out my gold crowns. I had some leftover gold vinyl, so I arranged them on the mat to correlate with the cutting mat. I basically did this because, again, I like to save as much vinyl as I possibly can. Then I had to weed everything. This is my favorite and least favorite part. I feel like it's so satisfying to weed, but it could also be really frustrating when you have a lot of thin lines and small spaces. I will use my Cricut weeding tool, but I will also use a needle and tweezers for the really small, hard to weed areas. Once I was done weeding, I cut everything out and arranged them on my fabric. I basically just moved the cutouts around until I was happy with the pattern. If you do have multiple colors or your cutouts are close together, I would just make sure that the carrier plastic sheet isn't overlapping anywhere. You could potentially iron the vinyl onto the carrier sheet instead of your fabric, so just be careful and watch out for that. I did have to trim the carrier sheet for the pup with the crown, just because the crown was so close to his head. Next, I'll use my iron to iron on the vinyl. Make sure you use a pressing method rather than an iron moving method. It can actually move your vinyl around and ruin your fabric. I usually just cover my iron with a towel. And sorry for the state of my towel, it's been quite scorched from all of my other DIY projects, but I usually just cover it and press the iron on for about 30 seconds, and then I'll make sure to lift the iron and repress until I've covered the entire area. Then I just peeled off the carrier sheet. If your carrier sheet isn't peeling off very easily, just cover it back with a towel and press your iron over it for a little bit longer. And that's it. I'm going to be using this fabric for a messenger bag that I'll be making, but let me know what projects you'll be making with your personalized fabric.